Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Restore to Explore, and today I am so keen we are switching from sanding to buffing. This is what I've finally been waiting for. I've done a couple of test patches, and let me show you how good it's looking. And then this is what I've settled on that I'm going to do for the whole car. This is a 1500 wet sand random orbital followed by machine buff. There's a little bit of orange peel left in the paint, about the factory amount, so it's not making a complete mirror finish. That will just make any imperfection really pronounced, and I don't want that. So this gives a really factory finish, but still plenty of shine. So that's what we're going to be going with. 1500 wet and dry, followed by machine buff. It's going to take a while to do the whole car, but when we do, it's going to be well worth it. So let's get stuck in. Super stoked with the progress we've made today. We've got about half of the car buffed with the first stage of compound. So we're going to do the rest of that tomorrow, and then we're going to go around and do it a second time, probably with a different cutting compound. But it's getting that shine into it. We're really excited. No more wet sanding. There's not going to be no more water on the floor here. So once we do this, it's on to getting stuff together. And speaking of that, we got a little box today from Rare Spares. So that's a full rubber kit for the car. So that's actually going to be one of the first things that we install after all the buffing's done. So it'll be for another episode. But anyway, let's get stuck back into polishing this one. Alright, so what we're doing at the moment is going over with the second stage of the cutting compound. So I'm using a heavy coarse cutting compound. It's Meguiar's Ultra Cut compound. So using a wool pad, just putting a couple dots on, and I'm going over the car for the second time. The first time removes all of the matte finish and gets all the chalkiness off. And then the second time you go over, just refines some of those lighter scratches and gets it really glossy. And then after I do that, so after I finish the second stage on the whole car with the wool pad with the cutting compound, switching to a foam finishing pad with a product called Quick Detailer. So what that is it's a two-in-one. So it's a finishing polish, and it's also got some waxes in it as well. So that will just remove any of the swirl marks that has been put into the paint from the wool cutting pad. So it'll remove any of those. It does have diminishing abrasives in that compound, but also it's got some waxes as well. So it will just help put a light protective coating on the paint, and it gives it a really nice glossiness, and it's one of my favorite products. It can, just on any car, you can use the machine or even by hand, and it just really enhances the shine and rejuvenates the paint. So that's the steps of polishing that I'm doing. And I'm doing it all before all the chromes and stuff go back on the car, because once you've got the chrome strips, you've got door locks, you've got door handles, windows, rubbers. If you get polish into things like rubbers and that, it will stain them, and then that's really hard to get out. And when there's nothing on it, it's so easy, it's so much quicker. You don't have to worry about going over things. So I'm currently halfway through the car with the wool pad. I've just done this side here with the Quick Detailer, and the paint's actually absorbed it in. So I'm going to have to go over again, but hopefully today we'll be done all of the polishing, so we can get right back to putting this thing together. So let's get back into it. finally done. How good does this look? We got a beautiful finish over the whole car, finished polishing completely. So happy. Now I can finally start putting everything together. So I've started getting all of the parts which I haven't labeled and haven't seen in a couple of years. So I'm just starting to organize everything here. Next episode, we're going to start putting together all of the door mechanisms, the windows, the window regulators, the door locks, all of that kind of stuff. And we get to start finally following my little assembly build plan. So that's going to be next episode. So enjoy this little montage of the paint, and like this video, subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.